Hey guys, we've got something new for you. This is the all new Bajaj Avenger. They've done things to it. The console's all new and digital. Then the bike really looks amazing. They've got this all new cruise, and I think the street will be also be there. So the cruise has this beautiful windscreen, which we have found to be a great help on the highways. The higher handlebars are also there like the previous cruise, but there have been major styling updates. I don't want to go into too much detail, but it's all that black and chrome usual styling which we have already had previously on the Avenger bikes. So we just get on top of it. I think the key is already inside, so we do a little bit of riding, and the keys are below as usual with the cruise models. Whoa, where's the foot pegs? Foot pegs, Tara. I wasn't sure where the foot pegs are. So feels quite like the old bike. It's got a kind of like a smoother traction on it. I've not ridden the cruise version before. I've ridden the street a lot, and I really like the street version. The cruise version, it's got that nice the foot pegs to be that cruiser bike position, which some people absolutely love and some people absolutely hate. I'm kind of in the middle. I'm not really very used to the cruise bike's riding position, but I do ride it sometimes. It's like the Harley's 48 and all that. It reminds me a lot of the 48. It's obviously smaller. Specifically the handlebars, on higher rising handlebars, I was kind of afraid that it would be uncomfortable for me, but actually it isn't. It's very close to the rider, which makes this kind of handlebars very comforting. And I see this bike's kind of set to a higher tune, like when I'm just not even using the throttle, it's kind of getting me 15 kilometers. That's the low rev speed on this bike, and it's very easy to turn around, very lightweight, doesn't feel all that heavy. It's like that street bike feeling on this motorcycle, and very much like a street bike feel. Very easy to ride. I thought the cruise bike will be harder to control in the city, but I feel like more like a city bike right now riding it. And obviously because of this nice tall windscreen, really good in the highways, and I can see that only my helmet's above this, so all the chest wind blast, which some riders absolutely don't like, will be completely taken out by this. Another great thing about this bike is that it's got a decent amount of torque for doing the highways. So I'd have to see whether they have changed the torque figures. I think I was doing second gear cruising, that's why the bike was doing a better pull, but it has enough torque to pull even in the lowest of speeds in second gear. So this bike really feels kind of different. I wish I could take it out and understand it, because the Domina is something that I'm really comfortable with, and this is something that I'm riding for the first time. And the 220 Street, of course, I've ridden it. One of my friends owned it, and that felt I was very at home on that motorcycle, but on this bike not so much. I would say, however, that they have done the tuning very well, because it's very smooth, and yet it has the bike has a very smooth pull to it, which kind of adds to the riding experience. I don't know if this kind of a thing can be read off spec sheets, but this is what I feel. And if you've noticed that we were doing a lot of bad roads and the bike was jumping all around, and yet it felt to be quite good under those conditions as well. So I really like the feel of this motorcycle. I think it will be good for a lot of people to ride this bike and enjoy it on the open highways, as well as take it back on the street and like it there as well. So that's it. That's the short ride of the new Bajaj colorways. This beautiful console is all the new things to it. See, you've got everything showing in here, but it's done in a very minimalistic way. So no clock and stuff, but you don't expect that stuff from a cruiser anyways. Now we'll be showing you a little bit of this bike in all cinematic angles. It's just a simple shot, so don't expect too much from it. We're just gonna show you, and this chrome looks glisteningly beautiful in this color. Initially I thought it was a little bit black, but now I see that it's got some red accents to it, and that's the new 220 Street. And the headlights been changed. There's been slight and minimal changes to the bodywork. I would say it's very much similar to the previous bike, and the color scheme has obviously changed, but it's not really all that different. Now the main changes would be the front end with the new headlight, which has been elongated from the previous round one, and this all new beautiful console. The consoles, I just started up. It says Street 220, and we have this little thing. It's similar to the Dominar. Some of the information has been illuminated and taken back into the tank, so that looks really nice on this bike. On this bike, the same thing, all new console showing a lot of information, and some more information here like the battery indicator, the actual indicators and high beam, low beam, those kind of stuff is there. So switch gear has also a little bit improved. I find the switches to be, it doesn't look very premium, but the switching feel has improved, so that's something nice. Nicely written Avenger here, and overall with this chrome is very well finished. I don't know against our weather conditions what will happen to the bike, but for now it's great. So right now we've got a new headlight which is all LED. The yellow one is LED as well. LED. Okay, so now we've got updates, and like the Dominar, the new Bajaj Avenger has got completely LED lights, but this has been kept yellow to be like the cruiser bike style, but as they're saying that it's now an LED headlamps. So take a look at the other bike as well. Let's see whether that one's got LED as well. Bajaj has received a complaint from its customers that on night riding on the highways the lights were not efficient, and they've updated that. Now this is a brightly lit sunlight condition, so there's no way I can test it out. Maybe on the night ride I can test it. So we'll be launching this bike a few days later, and then we can do some night rides and tell you more about the lights. But if the Dominar's lights are anything to go by, I think this one will also not disappoint. Remember, the key is there. I always forget that. So the chrome is very nice and glistening. We've also got this nice rear seat passenger kind of support system, which is there on big cruisers. It's not that much there present in the street version, so that's another thing. If you're having a pillion, maybe having that bike makes more sense. So that's it for now. We'll be giving you more rides and updates on these bikes later. Thanks for watching. This was a very fast shoot because I was here to shoot the Dominar, found these bikes and just did it.